Hi there, Jeep Renegade guy here. Today, we're going to solve the chrome trim ring problem. These would look so much better on my Jeep Renegade if they were in a nice gloss black color. So today, together, we're going to take these off of the car, wrap them up, and then reinstall them. So stay tuned so you can see how to do it too. To get started, just go ahead and pop your hood, come outside, pull the yellow lever, and lift it up. You'll see a small little pole to be able to hold up the hood. And then once inside, we're going to see 4 Torx bits for the radiator support, and then 4 larger Torx bits for the grill. So those are what we got to remove first to start getting at the rings. So the first thing we're going to do is start to remove the Torx bolts that are on the top of the radiator support. Now these Torx bolts are T30, so I happen to have this size Torx. There's going to be 4 of them, so let's go ahead and take these off. Now, after removing the 4 Torx bolts that were here that are T30s, I should also mention we need a T25, as we need to remove the latch for the hood. So we've got that. Go ahead and unscrew these as well. Now we have to remove these 4 large Torx heads here. These, unfortunately, I don't have a Torx that's the right size, but a 8mm Allen will do the job. Maybe not perfect, so you do need to just be careful not to strip these out. Now that those bolts have been removed, our next step is these 2 little push pins. We need to get underneath and remove those as well. So you can go ahead and use a flat bladed screwdriver, which hopefully will start to bring this up enough. As you can see, you can pull that out, and then that pop should be able to come up as well. Be careful not to break these, as this will be difficult to get a replacement for. And out that one comes as well. Alright, now with all of that removed, our next step is we need to pull this tray out. So if you just kind of pull over on the corner here, should be able to start to get it to rotate out, and you can kind of bend this up out of the way, and at this point we can start to get at the rings. Now where we're looking is from the inside, so we've got our engine right there and we're looking across. You see these silver tabs? Those are the tabs that we need to press to be able to get the rings to come out. It's important to remember, since you won't be able to remember where these go afterwards, make sure you mark out which number ring going from driver's side to passenger side. So this is ring number 5. Alright, we're now inside with our trim rings here for the grill. Now these guys, I'm about to wrap in some 3M 1080 vinyl. This is some vinyl that's left over from my roof wrap, and it's going to be used on these guys. With any luck, it'll make a pretty big difference. Now we've got a knife cutter, an edger here, as well as a squeegee. These are all going to be used so that way we can get this to lay as flat as we possibly can. Now before we get started, I do want to go ahead and clean up the rings, so I'll grab some rags here, fold that guy up, and the reason we're cleaning the ring is anything that's on it right now is going to be on it once the wrap goes on, and obviously it's going to be in our best interest to make this as clean as possible. So get all that bug gunk off from driving and all that kind of stuff before we put it back on the car. Now, like I said before when we were outside, I did go ahead and label all of these. And what I've got here is actually number 1. So this is the first trim ring of the bunch. Now, go ahead and kind of clean that off. Perfect. Now just make sure you do take a second to do the inside of the ring as well. Reason for that is that's where the vinyl is going to end up after you wrap it around. So getting this stuff all clean is important to make sure that the vinyl doesn't pull up later on. Now we've got all that taken care of, so that's looking great. You can see very clean. So the next thing we need to do is we need to go ahead and cut our piece of vinyl here. So this vinyl happens to be just large enough here for me to be able to use it. So go ahead and I'm just going to cut kind of right along that line. Just remember, we can always cut the excess off once we take it off here. So we've got clean surface. I'm going to go ahead and plug in my heat gun because no doubt we'll end up needing this. Alright, so we got that plugged in. We've got our 3M vinyl here, which I'm going to go ahead and pull the back off of. This backing has come off. And now we can go ahead and take our ring, place it right on. And from here, go ahead and with as much tension as we can, start working the vinyl right up onto the sides. All right, so there we go. Got this started here. Heat some of this up. Just make it a little bit easier to work with. And that's completing one. Just time to do the other 6. After taking a bit longer than I had expected, I can say for sure that I'm pretty happy with the result. It took a while to make sure that the vinyl went down properly in a real smooth fashion, but if you take a look at these, you can see that it ended up working out pretty well. On the back side, you do have sort of the areas that you had to cut around to make it fit, but on the front you have real smooth lines. You don't have bubbles to it, which is a good sign. From the first all the way to the last, you can definitely tell my edges and whatnot got a little bit better. Now that's something that if I were to do this another time, I'm sure my product would come out even better. So the only thing left is to install this on the car. When you're done, what you want to go ahead and do is just reverse all the steps you did to go ahead and take the grill apart. So let's go ahead and get started and follow along. So we'll go ahead and first try to slide this guy back into place. Getting that back into spot. Now we've got our 2 punches. These guys go right in the end here. Remember, this just pops straight in. Then of course we've got these 4 large Torx bits up top, so we'll go ahead and screw these guys back into place. So we've got those on. Next thing we need to do is our 2 small T25s to hold on the hood latch. Got those on, and then finally we've got the 4 T30 bolts to put back on. That's across the radiator support here. And with that, you're done working under the hood of your car, so you can go ahead and close the hood. Now that we've found some light, let's go ahead and install these right onto the car. So starting with number 1 here, and we're going to go ahead and take a look to see exactly what orientation to put it in. There we are. Number 2. Now when you do this on your own car, it's going to be important just to make sure that when you're installing these, that you get a nice click when you press in. And that's how you can be assured that they get installed properly.